Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good morning so far. We are in the midst of some high impact news right now. So I'll be waiting 2 minutes and then I'll start trading again. I need to go look real quick. Oh, why is my time off? I haven't taken any trades this morning. Market has just been kind of a whatever kind of thing. We're inside of the 25-point zone from the overnight session. Oh my God, why did I just remove it? Ugh. I was trying to unlock it, not remove. Jeez Louise. That just threw me off. That was a valid trade I just missed. Ugh. Alright, was it? Yeah, it was. Alright, I gotta turn that back red. That will throw me off. Then that's supposed to be there. Okay. There's a lot going on. I don't really like anything that I'm seeing, honestly. I mean, that trade right there, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten into. But aside from that one, that's it so far today. I just got thrown off when I was trying to put the overnight high back in there. But it's all good. And yeah. Alright, so we're pushing down. Alright, we just changed to an overall downtrend bias. Been in an uptrend bias since we got onto the charts, and so whenever there's not like a change back and forth at least like 7 to 10 times during the session, I know it's not going to be the best price action for me. So I don't expect much out of the day today. Why do I feel like I'm sitting? this buy. And let me see, 7 minutes, so 9:08. I don't like the way this touched. I didn't like any of it. Hopefully we can push through 67. 67 and like 95.50. Even though we'll have a little bit of resistance because the new high is there. The session high is there. Pushing through both of these levels will make it an uptrend for me. If we could break above and create some structure above. Sometimes it changes structure and then reacts off the two levels and just pushes back the other way. But let's see what happens. We have the VWAP sitting here too. Besides the new session high up there, the next level I have is at 97.75. So we got a little bit of room to move. Most of the levels are like kind of all in one spot here. And as long as we stay out of the overnight high low range, especially because it's so small, it's only 25 points. So let's see how we react in these areas. Good morning, Mario. How are you? I'm well. I'm a little bit tired, but I think I just got too good of sleep, which happens sometimes. Good morning, Surprise Boat Lake. What an interesting name. How are you this morning? This is a pretty slow Friday. Even with the high impact news, it just wasn't, I mean, the market moved when the high impact news event happened, but that was about it. All right, so we've completely cleared both levels at this point. I can tell you I'm not interested in the divergence sell at all. And I won't be interested in the first pullback either. So we'll see what happens after the first pullback, whenever that may be. And I'm not interested in the sell because we kind of pushed off of my major level here. It's only like one instance where I take trades going back towards that. We had a buy rotation level right above it. We hit the VWAP right below that. There was another level right below that. So it just was a lot kind of like in this area that I don't really want to trade going back towards. So yeah, no counter trend right now. And the reason why I don't want to take a buy is because I don't really like when it's a typical higher low, higher high, higher low. I don't like taking those going back towards the new session highs and lows. At least right now, I kind of paused on that. I haven't really found a pattern that I like that is consistent, which is okay. I mean, you're kind of going against quite a bit of support or resistance when you're going back towards the new session highs and lows. So yeah. For now, I could just do without, and that's okay with me. All right, and see, the seller pressure came in immediately when that reversal bar happened. Well, let's see what ends up happening though. I do want to, yeah, that's not. Sometimes I like to go back in my backtest data while I'm trading to see like maybe if there's a pattern that I'm missing that could possibly make it work. I don't see any, unfortunately. Let's see, those three, yeah. What I thought could possibly be it, it's not. Yeah, there's nothing consistent I can see. So we just leave it alone. What was the, what was more? There's the win for it there though. Good morning. I do not want to butcher your name. I'm gonna guess Tan. I know other languages you pronounce certain things different, so I'm sorry if I butchered it. Good morning, Trenches. How are you guys? It's good to know you're sweet, Mario. It's always good to start the last day of a work week or the weekdays good. That means you're going into the weekend doing well, which is always good. No sell right here. We'll be rotating. I don't like divergence trades that rotate over the VWAP. So like this bar, VWAP, that bar would be VWAP. I don't like those. Don't like those at all. We're back in an uptrend bias as of like basically when we broke the new session high and created a new one. Bless you, Granny. Just nothing of what I'm looking for today. Just nothing. See, that would have. Is that the take profit? Yeah. But that one wouldn't have. Oh, but that's a little bit different. I actually might have figured it out, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I have to look. No. Is it at least more than this? 751. Okay. I'll look into that because I think I might have figured out a pattern I could trade it. I don't know. I don't know. Because I actually did used to take trades going back towards the new highs. I just stopped because I couldn't find the consistent pattern I was looking for. And I was just losing with it more than I wanted to. But this time when I did the back test, I was a lot more specific, like how I broke down each of the trades. Each of the setups. I was like extremely specific. So that when I go back, and because sometimes you want to go through the same data multiple times. So when I go back through it, I probably go back through it this weekend. Because sometimes you just need fresh eyes, especially because I analyzed the data the same weekend that I put all the data together. So that can kind of be a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anything off the bat that would make me want to take those trades. You watched it bounce right off your VWAP and you didn't take a long after. You said you was waiting for it to come back to the VWAP after the opening move. Trenches, what is you doing? You gotta trust yourself. Alright, you guys see, if I would have taken this trade, I would have lost. So there were two things I didn't like. I didn't like going back towards the VWAP for this particular type of divergence. And then also this yellow line right here is where my overall trend bias changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. And I've noticed that if there is the first retracement, if it touches this level, which it did right here, I can't take the first counter trend move going back towards it. Now let's say this comes back down, creates the reversal bar off of the line again, and then comes down to sell. I'm absolutely fine to take that one, but it's always that first one that can screw me. So I just don't take it. See how far down this comes. Now, we're kind of like trading in an open space. So at some point, I'm going to figure out how I want to trade that way. It would basically be a pullback to my middle level that I removed from my charts. I'm pretty sure I can at least take certain pullbacks there. I know I can't take divergence trades, but I know certain pullbacks I can. So that'll be something I look into, because it produces probably about 5 to 7 trades a week. Probably a little bit more than that, honestly. But I just kind of have to go through and figure out how I want to do that. So like we're trading in between zones. The top level is my minor level. The bottom level is my major level. I'm gonna put So that might be something that I backtest this weekend. I still don't know yet though, because for me it's like I got enough trades going on. I should be okay. If we're being honest. It's just the whole reason why I put a middle level on my charts to begin with was because I noticed that a lot of times I would trade in between the zones. Now with this one, I know for sure I would have just broken even on because seller pressure came in. So and we're here. We didn't have the volume pattern I was looking for to take the sell. Buyer pressure came in, but this particular, like the beginning of a new trend, I don't really like to break even when opposite pressure comes in. But it just wasn't the volume pattern I was looking for, and that would have just broken even anyway. It went 23 ticks and not 24. You close to passing, you're nervous. Boy, you are not nervous. As many accounts as you done passed, stop it. Or are you talking about on your PA? Because if you're talking about an eval, I will kick you out of this chat. Good morning, Rio. How are you? Now, I should be the one, when I'm close to passing the eval, I should be the one that'll be nervous. But you stop playing with me. I actually have been having a conversation with one of my friends. We met in network marketing so many years ago. He was actually on my team. And he was in like a Forex MLM at some point, and he has like a Forex bot, which actually I don't really have an issue with the bot at all. The only issue that I had was that, and I understood why they did it, really to protect themselves, but they took payments like via crypto, and having to do that in MetaMask and all these blockchains, it just was too much. And I think it was a little bit too expensive considering how much money most people would start off with. Like, it's going to take you quite a little bit of time to like make your money back from it. But anyway, we were talking last night, and probably we'll talk again today, because he was just talking about how, like, you know, all of these Forex brokers are no longer servants and prop firms. And I've seen some people come into the Apex Discord, you know, asking about it and how it affects futures, props, and things like that. And I basically had to explain to him and everybody in their comment section kind of the reason why a lot of brokers are no longer servicing props. But I was just telling him, I was like, come over to futures. I do remember he bought an account at one point. He said he blew it so fast. He said, forget it, because he's not used to a trail and drawdown. But essentially, like I tell anybody, if you guys have been seeing a lot of these brokers no longer servicing prop firms, it doesn't really have anything to do with futures, you guys. First of all, the biggest thing is that a lot of these brokers have gray label licenses with MetaQuotes and NinjaTrader, and they basically were utilizing their licenses against the terms and conditions of MetaQuotes. Because with MetaQuotes, with their, you know, demo or sim accounts, of course, they're not charging commissions. So when the prop firms are taking their gray label license and licensing out to prop firms with sim accounts, the brokers are making money because they're gray labeling out, right? So even though the prop firms are using sim accounts, you know, people are paying commissions, whatever you want to call it. But either way, you know, they're making money off of the prop firms with that partnership. However, MetaQuotes is not. So I've given you a gray label license and you're making money by third party servicing this company over here, but I'm not making money, but I'm the person that you're basically leasing the license from. And that's where the problem lies. So they were basically servicing companies that MetaQuotes otherwise would not service. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why you see a lot of issues with Forex props. And to be honest with you, there's other issues that are going on with Forex props. Like you have some companies that, like a lot of these Forex props, they actually are the broker and the data provider as well. And so as much as we hate Rhythmic sometimes, and I've seen people say like Apex should come up with their own data provider. That is not what you want them to do, because you always want that wall of separation, I guess you could say, because I would hope Apex would not do this, because the owner is a trader himself and he was done wrong by prop firms before. But some of the Forex props, because they are the broker, the data provider, and everything else, they literally had people who were successful, right? And they have like screenshot proof and audio proof of service reps who are basically like, hey, this person is doing too well, we need to get them out of here, like bomb their accounts, go against them kind of thing. And that's not cool at all. So you have that issue. You have the issue of them providing CFDs. You have a lot of issues. And I get why a lot of people go to Forex. Number one, there was a lot of hype around Forex for a long time. So that's part of it. And then also it's a much lower cost of entry. Like even if you wanted to start a live account, it's so much lower of a cost of entry than futures is. And then of course you have a lot of people who stick with unregulated brokers versus regulated brokers. So there's a lot of reasons why people go to Forex first. But the reality is futures is the way that you want to go for real. It really is. So all right, I'm gonna get into this next buy if it reverses right here. However, there's a chance that I might have to get out of the trade, because this is a trend change from a downtrend to an uptrend. So anytime that happens, there's certain parameters that I have to get out of the trade. Like if seller pressure comes in, or if there's indecision as soon as the bar closes, I have to get out, because that means that it wasn't strong enough of a trend change to hold. So let's see what happens. At 9:43, I need to make sure I get out of any trades that I'm in, because we do have another speaker coming at 9:50. Then we have more news at 10 o'clock. So gotta be real careful. This line is where my minor trend changed from a downtrend to the uptrend. So, yeah. It's a lot of volume in that bar. I thought that was going to be the bar that did it. I'm not the biggest fan if it closes here and goes up, just because, we be having an entry near the wick of that outside bar. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. The closer we get to like up here, we have the VWAP session high and a resistance level up there. So the closer we get to there, the more resisting we can see. All right, so the buy was just invalidated. The zigzag turned red. When I tell y'all, it's just like nothing going on. But I'd rather have a day of nothing day or break even day than a negative day. So Gotta take what you can get, I guess. Don't like that buy. I don't like this divergence here. My overall bias is an uptrend right now, but I don't like this divergence because there's a higher high in the middle instead of a higher low. So we'll wait for the swing up and see what happens on the way back down. Move this level right here, which I don't even really need anymore. Did one of these change and not the other? No. Alright, so I want to see it clear this zone to the bottom, the downside, in order for me to feel like it's an actual downtrend. Because at this point, we just kind of like did a super huge pullback. But sometimes what it does is it comes to the zone of the two levels and then just takes off. So we'll see what happens. We will see. Whoa. That would have made me mad. It's like we have a lot of good size swings, but they are not safe. With me having such a tight stop loss, they're just not really safe. That's my problem right now. They look great, but I'm definitely not taking this sell just because it would close literally to the tick of the top of the zone. And anytime like the bar will close right on a level, whether it's support, resistance, what else do I have? Like the prior high, low, all of that, I don't take them. It's just my preference. That bar, if it closes up, will close literally right on the resistance level. I wouldn't have even gotten filled on that sell even if I wanted to get into it. Just a whole lot of nothing. Alright, 15 minutes till Bostic speaks. I almost liked that divergence until I didn't. If it wouldn't have closed on the resistance level, I actually would have taken it. So now we wait again. Alright, minor trend just changed back to an uptrend. Right there. So, let's see what happens. I'm not the biggest fan of it because my major level is back here. And when it's truly an uptrend, the minor will be in front of the major, so, and then vice versa for a sell. So I have to be really careful because this is like a really weird area. And I could see some consolidation here. Look at that. Support. Tell him, Rio. He gonna pass. I don't even know why he's playing right now. So yeah, congratulations in advance, Trenches. He is playing, okay? And I have no time for it. At all. At all. Yeah, this is a really weird place to trade. I want to see it like trade here or just push down below this zone and go. Like, this is just a really weird area right now. And then what was the overnight? 56.50. So there's the overnight high. It just hit it to the tick. If it wouldn't have pulled back so far, I would have still went ahead and tried to take the buy. But now we've touched the overnight high, so I can't take a buy there. To look at something real quick. Today is pay your credit cards day for me. Paid 2 of them. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. All right. Come on. Can y'all see that arrow? No? Nope. Why not? Oh, because it's not, I think it's because it's not over far enough, maybe. Oh, there you go. It's kind of where I want to see price go. Like, trade up there or below here. So all the iffiness will go away. I cannot believe I only had that one trade that I feel like I could have taken, but besides that, it's just been nothing today. Even when the market opened, like I tell you guys, if I don't have a valid setup in the first 5 minutes, I already know what's up for the rest of the day. I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to question it. No, nothing. I just know it's not going to be great. All right, let's see if we could push above this little area. I want to see it go above here or below there. One of the two. First day of the month. Time to make some bread. Well, I hope you do, Biz Phone, because I can't right now. Ain't nothing going on at all. Like I said, we've had some nice swings. It's just nothing I look at all. Like every swing was kind of nice. Besides when it got a little choppy right here, but that's news right there, so. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Oh, Juanita, your move is on the calendar. Oh, this is what I forgot to do. Please post. Wait, I thought you said 9 a.m. How did you change the time, sir? 8:30 to 9:30. Now it's 9:40. Is it 8:30 to 9:30? Or the new time? Also, additional fees. The fee you gave was $189 an hour. I'm trying to secure a mover for my grandma. Let's see. Thank you for subscribing, Brian Bremer. It just came across my phone as I was sending an email. I appreciate it. We are not encouraging tickets for what? I don't know what that means. I'm so confused. I don't even know what that means. What is that? Oh shit. What is... Oh, F around and find out. Man, there is new acronyms every day. Like, what does FAFO mean? There it goes. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, it's a slow Friday. You guys probably won't see me trade very much. But I'm just waiting on a valid setup, which is not happening at the moment. Alright. Like I said, if we could trade up here, I think I'll be good. Actually, it's going to need to go way further than that. But I just wanted to see it kind of break here, though. Which hopefully we can. We'll see. We will see. This area here is basically my major and minor levels. They're out of, well, no. Major levels on top. All right. The minor levels kind of lagging behind. If we can get pretty far up here, it'll go back in front, and then I'll at least be able to start looking for some retracement buys. It's just a very slow day. I doubt the speaker speaking will do much of anything. All right, a little bit further. Okay. Now we're back looking how I want. I can remove the arrow. No divergence right now. So we'll just see what this pullback looks like. What I do not want is for price to get to 88.75 before it pulls back. Okay, we got to 88.50. That's a resistance level. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, something else I'm gonna look at this weekend. So I tell you guys, like, there's two levels that price has to break in order for me to consider it a true trend change. That was this zone that I drew back here, right? So it broke the first level, but we did not break the second level. We created divergence. It wasn't the pattern I was looking for, but we created the divergence and just took off. And you guys can see, like, we from bottom to top, I think that's like 56 points right there. So when we were talking yesterday about how you can use Rinkos, I think it was yesterday, it might have been the day before, whenever it was, how you can use Rinkos for intraday swinging and for scalping. Like, if I can see something consistent with, like, okay, both levels didn't change, we created divergence in that zone, I have no problem taking the trade and staying in it until we hit like that first level again. So this right here would be like, because the first level got changed here, it created this resistance up here to where if it breaks this, now we're in a true uptrend because both levels would have been the same basically. I have no problem taking that trade at all. I would only get like 40 something points out of it because the first 10 is the reversal bar, but I would literally take it and hold it. I'm not lying to you. I would of course trade probably with like half the size, so like 5 micros or something, just because the trail and drawdown, you kind of never know how far you know, the pullbacks are going to happen along the way. But that's something that I have noticed this week, is that whenever that happens and it creates that zone and there's any kind of divergence, or like if there was a higher low that paints inside of it or something, it is going to buy, like, every time. So like I told you guys, it takes time to see what you're trying to see, because every time you're looking at the markets, you're likely focused on different things. I never really paid attention to that at all. Now I have. So yeah, kind of because I'm not looking for that next buy anyway. I'll show you another time where it happened. Was it here? All right, so right here, we did clear technically both levels, but you can see that this bar just kind of wicked off the bottom of it. So my overall, the second trend bias did change to a sell. However, we created divergence, not really exactly how I wanted to look, but because it's reversing in this level, and you can see I could have entered and got in all the way up here, which is where the first resistance out of those two would have been. And that's a 22, like a 60 point move. So if I ever wanted to switch to intraday swinging again, or even if I just wanted to add this to my arsenal, I absolutely could, with no question. So, I mean, that's just 2 times that it set up today. Probably set up more, to be honest with you. Let me go look, because I don't want to take that first buy. I don't like taking the buy off of, or the sell after hitting that resistance level or support level like that. Let me see if it happened any other time today. Yep, it did. Y'all finna see me change into an intraday swing trader. All right, so it happened at like 8:48 this morning, which, all right, we got it here. There's divergence. It cleared the first level, didn't clear the second one, and the resistance that I needed it to get to was like 40.25, which was like here, and it got all the way up there. But you can see like that pullback was a little bit more than I would want, but I could have held it going all the way. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into that this weekend. That'll be really easy for me to backtest because it doesn't take much to backtest at all. So I'll be looking into that, especially because if it's gonna allow me to trade on days like this where my regular scalping setups aren't really happening, anything helps. Okay, anything helps. Yeah, FAFO. I didn't know what that meant. The arrival time would be 9:40 to 10:40. Also, there are additional fees that are included in the quote: $240 truck fee, a $59 travel fee. A TV box is not $37. You're crazy. I can go get one of those. No. We're not going with this guy. You add in too many extra fees. How are you charging me a truck fee? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this guy is insane. It's not happening. Hopefully my other mover can get us in because this guy is not the business. All right. I actually take this sell. Let's see. There's a couple things I don't really like that much, but if it comes back enough, I need the entry to be below 77. It's at 76 right now. It pushes up 3 more ticks. That sell is gone. Let me email this mover back real quick, y'all. We need a mover by like Monday or Tuesday, and yeah. Alright, that sell is gone for now. Reason the quote page didn't load. I clicked the link. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with that guy. He's more expensive for no reason. Okay. So we're at this resistance level again. And that was only created because, like I said, we cleared the first level down there, but not the second one. So that's the resistance level that's created from the first level being broken. Put it back in the middle like that. Just nothing I like. Alright, while we're waiting on the next pullback to happen, I'm gonna go to yesterday. Kind of look to see if that same pattern was happening yesterday. Yeah, this is something I could backtest pretty fast. Alright, we cleared there, did not clear there. Right? Oh no, there's another level there. That one doesn't count. But here it does. And we moved down. I don't think we got all the way down though. Oh yeah, we did. We'll look into it. Alright, we're at this resistance level. Ay, ay, ay. Like we cleared, but we're still too close to it, honestly. I don't take buys off of a resistance level unless it wicks off of it or like it goes through the body of the entry candle, but this would rotate on it and I don't like that. Since it's resistance, if we were selling off of it, that would be a totally different thing. And then I know I'm not going to take the first sale off of it either. So we sit and wait again. There's 10 o'clock news coming too, so no matter what, I would stop trading in a minute anyway. Restart at 10:01. Patience. Got it. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks. Yeah, I don't really like your quote there, buddy. You guys, hold on. I gotta take a phone call real quick. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm back. That was my best friend. He's so stupid. Okay, okay. Y'all, I highly doubt I'm going to get any. I think that one trade, the one, was probably the only one that I was going to be able to get today. But we'll see. But this is kind of why I said, like, I want to figure out the pattern that I can trade going back towards the new highs, because days like today, you know, we've created a new session high a couple of times and everything else, like as far as the patterns I was looking for, were just fine. But then once you put that new high in there, I can't, like, so far right now, I have not been able to figure out how to trade it yet. So, and then the divergence that's happening off of the new highs, I can't trade that either because there's been VWAPs attached to it, and I don't like trading that way. So yeah, and it's so weird because typically the trending days are my favorite days. And I love to trade the trending days, but this is not one of those times. So, and I think it's just because even though the market is kind of trending or whatever, it's still like low volatility. You know, my overall bias is only changed twice today. That's not normal. Like, I'm used to it changing like 9 to 12 times probably in a session. So yeah, it's like I love the trending, but I also need a little bit of chop in order for me to get in. And like, even with the one trade that I did like, it still wasn't all the way how I wanted it to be. So yeah, it's kind of screwy. Kind of screwy. We got 55 minutes, so we'll see what happens. I'm kind of like scrolling back to make sure I didn't miss anything, which is always what I do when I go to write in my trade journal. Always like write down all the trades that I missed, I didn't take because I questioned. I like, if it's something I questioned, I'll use like a different color pen and like highlight parts of the setup that made me question the trade. But yeah, just wasn't what I was looking for. I'm just not gonna like any of this until we start chopping down a little bit. I'm not gonna like it. Just not. Just not. Yeah, I don't really see 15. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back through my backtest data this weekend. The bare bones, and I won't even call it bare bones. The part of my strategy I already have together, like I know this is how I want it to be. I'm cool there, but let's see. Why is he calling me back? I just told him to call me back. Jesus Christ. Is my bestie a trader? No. No. He works in healthcare though. I actually have 3 best friends. 4, technically. They have been with me for a long time. So my best friend, the only female friend that I really have, like close friend. I have a lot of associates. But my female best friend, we have been friends since 6th grade. So since I was 10. So we are coming up on 24 years. And then the second is the one I just got off the phone with. We actually met on Xbox. We met in a Call of Duty lobby. I was playing with some of my other friends, and I remember we were playing Black Ops 2. We were playing Search on Black Ops 2. And I was killing them, but my teammates were not. My friends who I've been playing with for a little minute at the time, they just were trash. So he was like the leader of that clan at the time that we were playing against. And he was like, yo, you should come play with us. I was like, I'm not leaving my friends for y'all. I don't even know y'all. But they whooped our ass, y'all. So we played again because, you know, with Call of Duty, once you get out of the lobby, well, I don't know if it's still like this in multiplayer, but you kind of like stayed in the same lobby unless people backed out. So we played against them another time. They whooped us again, but I was killing, okay? I was at the top of my team's list. So after that second or third time of them whooping up, I was like, all right, hold on. So I was like, all right, y'all. I was like, I'm getting off. And I didn't really get off. Welcome, Nav. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. A little slow today, but that's all right. So anyway, so I told my friends I was getting off, appeared offline, and then went and played with them. And so I immediately was in the clan at that point. And some of the guys who were in the clan were like, why did she just get to join? She didn't try out like everybody else, da da da. So we had a little tryout for formality, but they were so mad because I was always in like the starting squad. So, you know, even if they had a full 6 for Call of Duty, if I got on, somebody had to get off. If we played 2K, I was always in the starting 5. No matter what position I had, I was going to be playing. And so, yeah, we just developed a friendship from there. We've basically been friends now for, I would say 13 or 14 years. And I mean, like, we played the game together every day from sun up to sundown. You know how it is when you're young. You might have to go to work, but when you come home, you getting straight on that game. You're going to be up to like 4 o'clock in the morning. Got to wake back up at 9 to go back to work. It didn't matter though. You're young and dumb, okay? So we had a couple years where we couldn't really communicate very much, but yeah, we've been back cool again since, it's probably coming up on like 18 months now. So yeah, and then my third best friend, we have been friends for about 10 years now. Actually longer than, yeah, about 10 years, give or take. And then my other best friend, we have been friends now for about 10 or 11 years as well. So yeah, and none of them, well, actually the fourth one that I just mentioned, he actually is a trader. We actually got introduced to trading at the same exact time. We were both in the same network marketing company, and it was a company called Wake Up Now. And I was a top earner in that company. And the guy who trades, my friend who trades, he was on my team in that company. And we just developed a friendship from there. Started learning how to trade together 10 years ago. Went through all the same things, getting scammed together, going through courses together. He's the reason why I ever looked into the whole 2-legged pullback thing, because he used to love that strategy and I absolutely hated it. Okay, hated it. But yeah, he actually was the one who introduced me to Apex. He didn't have an account at the time, but he's the one who even told me what prop firms were, right? So when he first was telling me about the concept years ago, I was like, dude, you're crazy. I'm struggling right now, because this was back when I was struggling, before I like had a intraday swing strategy that I really liked. And I was like, I'm struggling right now with my own money, with my own everything. Like, why would I go trade somebody else's account? They're gonna come find me when I lose their money. Like, I didn't understand the concept, right? So then it was just like, okay, let's not talk about this anymore, because I believe it was You Profit. I was in a Facebook group. One of my mentors, I feel like, is You Profit the one where the owner is like Tammy something? I feel like it is. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Owner of You Profit, because I feel like that's when I first Lindsay Duff. I don't know why I thought Tammy. Yes, Lindsay. So I was introduced to prop firms the first go around when I heard of You Profit Trader, because one of my mentors, and her name is Robin, she actually knew Lindsay. I guess they knew each other from kind of like the trading world or whatever. And so we had this Facebook group, and I just knew that it was this whole You Profit thing. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what this is. I didn't understand the rules and stuff like that, and I just was not interested. So then when my friend started talking more about prop firms after that, I was like, maybe. So then he came across Apex. And at the time that I learned about Apex, you guys, this whole 10 days, but 10 trading days to get payouts. Yeah, what? No, it was 25 days. 25. Okay. So technically, you had to trade more than a month you had to trade more than a month, because in 4 weeks, that's only 20 trading days. And that's if you don't have a holiday in there. So yeah, it was not the business. Okay. So not only was it that, but also, the best sale that you had was 50% off. Okay. So you were paying $112 a month for a 100K account. All right. So, yeah, I just wasn't interested at first. So he actually had an Apex account. He got to a PA. This was early last year, I think. Probably, I feel like it was early last year, or it might have been like at the end of 2022, I think. But either way, he gets the account, and I don't think that he traded it. And what ended up happening was, I think his card expired or something like that. Either his card expired or something. He shut the account, whatever it was. I think his card expired, but they sent him a new card with a different card number, which doesn't typically happen. And so he ended up getting screwed because he didn't realize he wasn't getting charged for the account. And so he lost it. He lost the PA. And so because of that, he kind of like was turned off, because he felt like, okay, why don't, like, for instance, when I had my credit repair business, right? Whenever a payment declined, I sent out an email and a text, hey, your payment did not go through. Well, he was not aware that he wasn't being charged because there was no email or text message. I don't know if they do this now, because I've never missed a payment. But he kind of was turned off from that. And then with the rhythmic issues, he was like, yeah, I'm done. The rhythmic issues really pissed him off, because in all the time that we've been trading on the NinjaTrader, we've never had those data issues. Even when we were on Thinkorswim, we didn't have data issues like that. So to have rhythmic issues as often as we were having it, he just was over it. So he just got back into trading Forex. He trades AUD, USD, and I think UJ. But he more like swing trades because he works in the morning. So yeah, he's my only friend that's a trader. The only one. And I always talk about him because he leaves me and then comes back, and then I leave him. I'll be like, man, F this, I'm done. He's like, you're really leaving me to do this alone? Yeah, I don't care. And then I'll quit on him for like 6 to 12 months, and then I'll come back, and then he'll quit. So it's like we rarely trade at the same time. But he trades like with his swing trading, he kind of really just looks at structure, and he kind of does like the Wyckoff strategy, which I guess is what most people call ICT now. I guess ICT like popularized it, but when you go look at the Wyckoff strategy, that's essentially what it is. But yeah, we've learned from a lot of different people together. We both took Major League Trading. We took a course from them. This was years ago when Jack Gleason was like kind of the head of that. And I know he's like separated from them now, but we did Forex together. We did futures together. We did binary options with Nadex together. We've done a lot of stuff together. So yeah, I hope that he comes back over to futures and comes back to props. But I think until he feels a little bit more comfortable with how Rhythmic is moving, I just don't see it happening. Because for him, he doesn't really like the rules. Not really the rules, but like he likes the fact that you can, you know, leverage 20 accounts with Apex, which you can't do in other props. But I'm trying to convince him to at least go to a decent other prop and then, you know, come back over to Apex. Because he's a great trader. A really great trader. But I think also because he just doesn't have a whole lot of time, he just wants to swing trade right now. Let's see. Accidentally traded them right at 10, not knowing there was news, and instantly was down 2,000. How do you do that? Now I know I gave him this news indicator. Anybody who watches me stream or is friends with me in the trading world, if you get caught in news and you trade on NinjaTrader, it is your fault. Because I know you see this news indicator right here. You cannot be missing news. And that was high impact news. He screwed himself. Big time. Big time. I mean, literally none of this I can trade. 1K. Okay, maybe more or less. Maybe the pattern that I'm looking for to go towards the new high. I feel like it's gotta be this one. I know I used to trade that particular way, but that didn't happen that many times. It kind of pulled back too far. Y'all, I don't know. Today it's just but. Alright, we have a resistance level at 242. Which is also where it's rejecting, creating the new session high. Just not what I'm looking for. Rules. Alright, so my only issue is this resistance level. Days like today are good days for me to review because I gotta figure out a way to be able to trade this price action. Gotta figure it out. That reversed down already? It did. However, I wanted to pull back to like 29.50. So we'll see. pulled back. Cool. I don't know how I feel about the placement of the VWAP, but we might go for it. I just needed to stall here for quite a bit in order for me to feel comfortable taking it. Jeez Louise. I don't know if it's gonna stall here long enough for my liking. I at least need... I would have preferred if the VWAP was a little bit higher, like above, what is this, 29.75. We actually might stall long enough. No, we're not. He changed his mind. No, every time I think I'm gonna get a setup, it's like, haha, no, you're not. Try again. This is so whack. Super whack. I don't like not taking trades. Drives me crazy. That's literally gonna close right below the VWAP, which I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Budget. Where are you from? I just really, well, yeah, no, I can't take it now. It went too far. Y'all, this is so boring. So boring. Alright, I'm looking at my back test for something specific. That doesn't count. Just stop now. The sell I can't take because the VWAP is above 29.75, which for the sell I want it to be below there. So There's another trade I can't take. Just was a whole lot of nothing today. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I got to. Like even my regular setups that go back towards the VWAP, I feel like there's a pattern I might be able to trade with it. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm pretty certain, but I just have to confirm. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I wonder, let me see something, because I wonder if I could do the same thing going back towards the session high, low. Just with this one particular one. I might not be able to though, but I guarantee y'all these couple of like trades that I have hunches on how to like put it back into my strategy, because like I said, I used to trade going back towards the VWAP. I used to trade going back towards the new session high and low. But once I changed my Rinko setting, I just could never really find the pattern I was looking for. I almost guarantee you guys that by the time after this weekend, I'll probably figure it out. Because basically what I like to do, usually on Saturdays, like Saturday mornings, I like to go back through, put the tick replay data on, and just go through all the trades. Like I go through, and with all the adjustments that I made to my strategy during the week, I write down all the setups that happened with the new adjustments, so I can kind of gauge what the win-loss ratio would have been, as well as the P&L. I like to do that because even sometimes while you're making adjustments on a day-to-day basis, you don't, like I said, you're looking at different things each day. I haven't even really been paying attention to the patterns that I've been seeing with going back towards the VWAP and the new session high and low, because I wrote it off of just not being able to trade it based on some of the data that I have. But now that I'm looking at things a little bit different, I might be okay. So we'll see. Where is price right now? It's in the zone, which I don't want to take. Let's see if we can get into this sell. Maybe. I just want to see what the first pullback looks like first, and then we'll gauge it from there. If this creates a 1-bar pullback, this is kind of going to be like the 1-bar pullback I had twice yesterday that I didn't get into. Ugh. F it, why not? I haven't quite solidified if I like this 1 bar pullback in particular, but we'll see what it looks like when the bar closes. I'm gonna get into it and then we'll see what happens from there. If there's indecision, just break even. There was indecision, then the buyer pressure came in, so I went ahead and broke even. We'll just see what happens from here. Let's see how it reacts. My major level is right here, so I want to see how it reacts. I would rather just break even than lose, especially with not taking any trades today. But this might be something where I know I could stay in from now on. So now I know I could stay in because the same thing happened yesterday, right? 2 different trades, both of them based on how I would typically trade, I would have broken even, and both of them had full wins. So now I know when there's a 1 bar pullback. So this is what happened. This top level right here was the level that changed my uptrend to a downtrend for the minor level, right? You can see we rotated over it. So we attempted to go back in the zone. We failed. We came back out. So I think that when it rotates like that, it's such a strong support or resistance level that even if indecision or opposite pressure comes in, hello Rod, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I think that when that happens, I could just stay in it because that is 3 trades in 2 days that happened the exact same way and each one of them won. Let me see if I can find the one from yesterday or the 2 from yesterday. I'm pretty sure they both happened after 9:30. Literally same exact thing happened. I'm really careful with my 1 bar pullbacks though, because they're not really trend changes, if that makes sense. Where's my... Hold on, guys. I'm about to look to see exactly what time they happen. All right, 9:53 and 10:05. All right, it happened here. The level was right there. The buyer pressure came into the sale. So, and I had a feeling that it would. That's why I didn't get into it. And you can see it just took off, right? And then it happened again at, what did I say, 10:05 yesterday. Let's see. So it happened right here. Here's the level right there. And in this case, it would have been another situation where I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy my major levels right here. So I would typically just break even. But as you can see, I didn't have to. It just took off from there. So I think at this moment, I'm okay with just staying in it. I don't need to break even anymore from it. So that could have definitely been my one trade that would have won today. But it's all good. It's all good. All right. It is setting up for a buy right now. I also kind of want to look back at divergence trades after a 1 bar pullback. I took them out of my arsenal. I used to trade them, but like this setup right here, that divergence was a perfect trade. like all the way perfect. The only reason I didn't take it is because it was off of a 1 bar pullback. So there's some things that I kind of took out that I'll probably end up putting back in at this point. It just kind of depends, honestly. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure I can add it back in, at least with that one in particular. All right, so this buy setting up, we'll see what happens. This one for sure, if seller pressure or indecision happens, I have to break even. You bastard. Ugh. It's so predictable too. And I only had to because we had a trend change right here. From a downtrend to an uptrend. So the trend wasn't strong enough to hold the move. But because we rotated over the level, I want to see how this ends up working out. Because again, when I backtest, I can't see that seller pressure came in. So if this pushes all the way up, this seller pressure is going to change, like the zigzag is going to change back green. So when I say seller pressure, that means the volume zigzag indicator that I used turned red right after I got into the trade. This indecision, the zigzag is not attached. But yeah, so the zigzag is like red right now, but if it pushes up, it's going to turn back green. And if that happens, I can't see that in my back testing because I don't do market replay. So let's see what happens with the trade. Because it might be where, kind of like with the 1 bar pullback, if we rotate over the level that changes the minor trend, it might be okay. Or it might just be that I can only do that on a 1 bar pullback. I don't know. We'll see. It looks like I would have, let's see, open 27, low. It would have came 1 tick from my stop loss at this moment. Let's see, it looks, this is what the trade looks like. You can see it came 1 tick from it. And now you can see like we rejected off of the new trend level. We pushed down pretty far. Now we're still rejecting because we're trying to get back above it. So we'll see what happens. I'll take a break-even day. Got 15 minutes left. My thought is it might push. We have a rotation support level that we pushed off of down here at I don't even know what that is, 25.75. But it was created off a 1 bar pullback. And so sometimes I treat that like an outside bar. It's not a true rotation level. It wants to push down so bad though. And there would have been a loss. So this is why I have certain break-even rules. Because with my stop loss being so tight, I just can't. We can't. Like if we're going for a buy, I want the zigzag to stay green. And because it's based on volume and not just a regular zigzag, that's why it's so significant for me, because I'm trading a volume-based strategy. The zigzag is based on volume. So if you're telling me there's indecision or there's seller pressure coming in, I'm going to listen to you. Now, that seller pressure could be temporary. Like we could push up from here, but I'm okay with breaking even because that would have been a loss. Even if this pushes up from here, I have a tight stop loss, so I just have to be careful. So I'm pretty sure the 1 bar pullback is the only one that I can still stay in when I have a situation like that where it's indecision or opposite pressure. Excuse me. That, and I have an overall uptrend bias right now. So it not clearing this level was already kind of iffy. But I still trade them because a lot of times it uses the level as a support level and just pushes from it. And yeah, there's no indecision or anything. So at least I got 2 trades in, even though they're break even. I thought I was going to end the day with nothing. So I will take it. I will take it. The divergence trade here. I'm not going to take it because of this buy rotation level. I don't like to rotate over it for a sell. It's like counterproductive, I guess. But the only reason why I watch it though is because it was created off of this lower high over here from the 1 bar pullback, which rotation levels can be created from like the point of a swing, which a 1 bar pullback technically is a swing, but it's not a real swing to me. And then it also can be created from an outside bar. Now the outside bars I don't pay attention to, so if that was created by an outside bar, I would definitely take this sell, but I don't all the way know if the ones from the 1 bar pullback are still valid. But basically with this buy rotation level, for as long as we stay above it, it's gonna like be an uptrend for the most part. For the most part. You can see we're still trying to break this level right here. There's legit almost 3,700 volume in this one candle right here. We've been in this candle for 6 minutes. And you notice, like, I got out of this because there was indecision first, and then seller pressure came in, and now we have almost 4,000 volume in an outside bar. And of course, you've got to be shitting me. It's gonna make me mad. Alright guys, hold on. This really irritates me when this does this. Come on. But I can't. Come on, load the data, please. Hold on, my charts are gonna freeze for a second. Alright. I don't know why that does that. It's so freaking annoying. Is there VWAPs attached? Yeah. 1040. I'm just waiting on one more confirmation before I can get into the sale if it pushes down from here. All right, there it goes. Let's see what happens. If it even decides to push from here. I mean, there's a lot of confluence here. You got the VWAP, the new high. A resistance level is there. Can y'all see that resistance? Yeah, you can. So we'll see. Hello, SK Craft. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good morning. If we could push down from here, I'm definitely getting into the sale. There's a lot of volume here too. This bar has 1800 so far. Oh, my bag. Come on. We did not want to push down from there. Great. I'm still going to be looking for a sell though. I just needed to stall for a certain period of time in a bar before I can. Are you for real? So you see guys, this was a really good trade, right? It's gone up 27 points from the lowest point, which is about 17 points from my entry. But I still would have gotten stopped out on this outside bar though, if I stayed into the trade. I have a feeling this is going to push down before I want it to, which will suck. The market hates me today. Doesn't want me to trade it. And I only got 7 minutes left, so we were trying to close below this resistance level. I don't know the exact price because it's an extended level, 41.50 maybe. We're creating a lot of outside bars on the way, which lets you know how much it's resisting. If this bar closes down, I will get into the sell, the same sell I was trying to take back here. Where's my... That's if it happens in the next 6 minutes, which it might not. You've got to be kidding me. We've been in this bar for like 3 minutes now. Okay, we might have a push down. Win, lose, or draw, I'm in it. And we'll see. And there's not, with this particular divergence, there's really no confluences that can make me break even. Like manually break even, so we'll just see what happens if it closes. There's 2600 volume in this candle. So there's a lot of fighting and back and forth here. All right, 4 minutes left in the session. Watch, this is either going to be something that happens right before 11 o'clock where I have to just get out because it's 11 o'clock, or it's going to happen right after 11 o'clock when I can't take the trade anymore. We've attempted to close over this resistance level. This is the 3rd time now. But the market is pretty extended. Like, so my support and resistance levels are usually the dots on the screen. And so it paints like 4 resistance levels and 4 support levels. And then there's a middle pivot point basically. And so whenever it's extended past those 4 levels each way, instead of it being dots, it's a line. So that's why it's a pink line instead of the pink dots like you're used to seeing. So anytime the market is that extended, you're probably going to get quite a bit of resistance. And we've created new highs at this point at the extended level. So if you're continuing to trade after 11, just be a little careful. It just doesn't want to close over this level. There is now 4,000 volume in this one candle. 4,000. The sellers might take over. You know what you got? Oh wait, no, don't hit that break even button. I almost hit the break even button because I didn't see a zigzag, but I forgot that it's not attached on this chart. It messed up, so I had to open up a second chart to reattach it basically. Let's see what happens. We're like stuck at my minor level right here right now. Let's see if we could push through. The end, win, lose, or draw. We got into a good trade. Yeah, it's counter trend, but there was a lot of confluence, so. I'm okay with losing trades that go with my strategy. It's when I'm losing trades and I'm in trades I wasn't supposed to be in that pisses me off. Once we break through if we can break through my minor level, we should be okay. It's just having a hard time. Don't tell me with all the confluences we can't push down 6 points. Well, really 16. Alright, I'm gonna break even because it's 11 o'clock. I want to see what would happen. Because I think there was a trade one time where I stayed in after 11 and then it lost, and that's why I just get out at 11. But watch this be the one. And honestly, back then I didn't have the same rules, so it could just be that it was a trade that is no longer valid based on my strategy. There's the take profit. I should have stayed in. If I would have been like more positive, I would have just stayed in and said to hell with it. Let's just see what happens at 11. But with me having all these break evens today, well, not all these, but 2 break evens prior to, I just didn't want to end the day negative. So that's cool. Now I probably know, even when it comes to 11 o'clock, I could probably just stay in the trade. What is that? Oh, whatever. Like I said, I think that it was a couple of trades, like probably months ago, that I had to get out at 11 o'clock. Like if I didn't get out at 11, I would have lost. But I also think that my rules were just so different then that they probably wouldn't be trades I would be in anymore. But we tried. So let me show you guys what my account balances are looking like going into next week. I did blow the first $50,000 account. I blew that on purpose. I blew it on purpose after the stream yesterday. This was the crazy part. I put 10 contracts in on a random sale, right? I was halfway through the swing, actually probably like 25% of the way through the swing already. And I got up like $2,900. No, it was actually more than $3,000 I was up on the trade. So my full drawdown came back, but then I just let it go because, like I said, last time I did that and I got my full drawdown back, I continued to trade starting the following, Monday or following week or whatever. But then I ended up blowing the account and I didn't even have the full 3 weeks that I give myself to trade. So I was just like, you know what, let's just blow it. So I did blow it. So this is where the accounts are going into Monday. This account I'm going to purposely blow on Monday anyway because it renews on Tuesday. So I want the free reset for it. So really these 2 accounts are the only ones that really matter going into next week. But the first one kind of doesn't matter either because I'm going to purposely blow that one on Friday. So this account I started on Monday. We ended the week in profit. Okay. That's what matters to me on that particular account. I know last week, if I took away Tuesday, which, like I said, now I know I can't trade the day after a holiday, which that might change now because I did make some adjustments to my strategy this weekend that were actually pretty important. So we'll see with that. But last week, if I did not count the day after the holiday, I did end up positive on all accounts except one. And then this week, we are a little bit positive on the account that we just started. So that's progress for me because I'm used to losing accounts, not purposely, or having like really bad weeks. And then I'll have a decent week and then a really bad week again. So what I'm hoping is that with me doing the full blown back test this weekend, whatever little minor adjustments I have been having to make, every couple of days or whatever, as soon as I see that the adjustments I have to make are less and less, I'll feel really good about things. I feel really good anyway because I'm still seeing progress on a week-to-week basis in spite of. So yeah, we're good. I'm really happy with this week. Yeah, that's all I care about. Let's see. Am I going to let time dictate my trade? You ain't even on the time-based chart. Trenches, nobody asked you. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, it's literally only because historically that was a problem for me because I do get off the charts at 11. So like sometimes what I do notice, even though I ain't on the time-based chart, sometimes at the top of each hour, especially like 9, 10, and 11, I don't know what happens after that. You'll kind of see this like rush of volume, and it's probably because of how orders come in with you know, people trading off of hourly charts or even time-based charts. Some people wait to the top of an hour or whatever, even if it's other time-based charts besides the hour. But that's the only reason I let it dictate it. It doesn't happen very often, so I don't really know. But at least I know from now on, I probably will just stay in at 11 and it's okay. Especially because I was not that far away from just taking full profit. I don't know. You just got called to work, so you're done too. Green $100 on both PAs. Hey, green is green, and we love to see it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Rio, you have a great weekend as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section of the actual video. And that's that. I will probably do a week in my trade journal on Sunday, because that's the whole purpose of me no longer doing daily updates. I kind of just rather do one video and that be that. So look out for that on Sunday, maybe this week. Not this week, definitely next week. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the live stream bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye, guys.